Predicting the future for Spoonflower, which is headquartered in Durham, North Carolina, is not an easy task.
We will have to figure out what the upper limit for Spoonflower is as we go along.
That's because there is no model for this business, nothing to which it can be compared.
It's a website that lets people design, print, and sell their own fabric.
It was never the dream of Stephen Frazier or his business partner Gart Davis to be in the print-on-demand textile industry.
4 years ago, I not only knew nothing about fabric, I didn't know the first thing about printing, and I never ever would have imagined that we'd be doing what we're doing now.
In 2008, Stephen's wife figured she would go online to design and print her own fabric for some curtains, but she had no luck finding what she wanted.
The internet is a place where, of course, you can get almost anything you want made on demand, but my wife, whose name is Kim, was correct. There was no print-on-demand fabric website.
Having experience with running a website where people could publish their own books, Stephen saw a business opportunity. Lucky for him, he was in North Carolina.
If we'd had this idea anywhere else, I doubt we would have really been able to make it a reality. Literally everything that we needed to learn how to do this was right here in the Triangle. And if we'd been in Wisconsin, I think it would have been a different story. It might have ended right there.
Both North Carolina State University and a Cary, North Carolina-based company called TC Squared were doing research and working with digital textile printers. It was Spoonflower's idea to use those printers to fulfill individual customers' needs.
Nobody was using these printers to print hundreds or thousands of yards of fabric for consumers. Hooking them up to the internet where an infinite number of people can order an infinite amount of fabric was a bit of an experiment and was something that no one had tried to do yet.
The calculation that print-on-demand fabric was something that the public would buy into proved to be accurate.
We're now probably one of the largest digital textile printing facilities in the world.
Spoonflower got to that place by selling small quantities of a wide variety of fabric to lots of people.
The average Spoonflower customer orders about 2 yards of fabric.
That would never have been feasible with the old rotary screen printing technique.
Digitally producing fabric really is, it's no exaggeration to say, the opposite of mass producing fabric. There's no minimum. You can do 1 yard and never print another yard like it. It can be a unique yard of fabric that's never produced again.
An attractive byproduct of digital printing versus the older technique is that with this kind of setup, there is much less waste.
From an ecological standpoint, the footprint of digital printing is quite small.
Spoonflower now has several dozen employees, even Danielle Hazen, who was the first person that Stephen and Gart hired, although the term hired might not be totally accurate.
We didn't have the money to pay her, which didn't continue for very long. As soon as we had money, we did start paying her.
Danielle was initially intrigued by the print-on-demand concept and still maintains that same type of wonder today.
I thought it was, and I still do find it to be completely fascinating from beginning to end, from the designs that we get to the way it's output. I still love to watch the prints come off the printer and off the heater.
Danielle's job is to work with the printers and get the most out of the machines. She was the one who began the tradition of giving them names.
It's always just fun to find little bits of Spoonflower across the internet and then to be able to share that with more and more people as we grow and grow.
Spoonflower has definitely gained a following.
The Spoonflower community has grown to probably over 200,000 people at this point.
That includes over 20,000 individuals who sell their designs to other community members, and everybody stays connected with an active blog and weekly fabric design contests. It all came about at an interesting time.
We, of course, launched Spoonflower in 2008 pretty much into the mouth of the recession.
The recession did spur a do-it-yourself revolution, which was positive for a company such as this.
I think there is a lot to be said for the fact that people turn to making things in times of financial hardship.
But still, fabric here starts at $16 a yard, while people can get material from other places for $5 to $6 a yard.
To some degree, we are selling a luxury good. This is fabric that's unique and can't be purchased anywhere else. And the recession can't possibly have helped us in that respect.
Despite the recession, Spoonflower has thrived, going from offering designs only on cotton.
So it's kind of like the Model T, you put black, black, or black. cotton, cotton, or cotton. Those were your choices.
To printing on a wide variety of fabrics, including a couple of organics. The business is also about to outgrow this location.
We run 2 shifts 7 days a week, and we run 3 shifts 4 days a week right now.
Despite the growth, Spoonflower maintains some practices that are generally seen only in smaller companies. Each receipt in a shipment, for example, includes a handwritten thank you note.
It takes more time, but we don't really ever want to stop doing that.
Another thing, though, that Spoonflower has given to consumers might be even more important: the ability to unleash their creativity.
Every day, I see fabric designs that are absolutely stunning.
Taking everything into account, yes, it might be impossible to predict the future for Spoonflower, but undoubtedly, that future is bright.
There are a lot of things that we haven't really begun to scratch the surface on in terms of what we can do to change the way that textiles are produced and the kinds of customers who can use digitally printed textiles.